right, y'all. At work now, about to start going cut trees and all that fun stuff again. Um, anyway, I was just kind of thinking about, um, homesteading and farming and tractors and equipment and stuff like that. Um, a lot of people make videos on all this stuff and have different opinions and, all that kind of stuff. Uh, the sun is directly in my face, so I'm trying to avoid it a little bit here. Kind of in the shadows like Batman now. Uh, anyway, most of the videos generally try to encourage people to get a tractor or implement or whatever they're going to get that's big enough, or usually recommend a little bit bigger than you think you need. And that's good advice in one way. In another way, you can end up getting equipment that is too big and therefore less useful. And by that, I mean like my tractor. I can do a lot with it. Some things, yes, it would be better to have a big tractor. But a lot of things, it's the perfect size. If you watched my video a few months ago, I think it was now, where I was moving hay bales with it, not where I unloaded the trailer with it, but where I took them out of the building. That's a prime example. Um, that's my father-in-law's building and all that. And he's got, let's see, two big tractors and a Ford 3600, which we use pulling hay wagons when we did hay rides and stuff too. And, but anyway, those big tractors with a cab and all that, they're nice. They're, Cadillac when it comes to doing most things that we do with them, like, cutting and baling hay and, even moving hay and, bush hogging. I mean, he's got like, I don't know, I think he's like a 10-foot bush hog, maybe 7, 8, 10 foot, something like that. I can't remember right off, but pretty good size. And, definitely will run circles around my little tractor with a 4-foot, which mine will pull. I know a 6-foot, I just don't have one. All I have is that little 4-foot at the moment. But here's the thing. You can get equipment too big. Because like I said, with those cab tractors, they will not fit in that building that mine did. He's got one tractor will fit in there, that Ford 3600, it's just open top and all that, but it doesn't have a loader on it. So if you're doing anything like that, like if you were going in there to clean out, shavings or manure or something, if you had something like that in there or whatever, it would be difficult to do with the other tractor, not having a loader. I mean, you can use a pan scoop on the back. I've got one of them and everything, but it's just not nearly as efficient or controllable as a loader is. So my tractor, I can let the, ROPS down, the rollover protection, and, slide right in there like nobody's business. So I moved all that hay out. When we moved it in, I didn't have the tractor. He was using that Ford. So it's one bale at a time, and it's behind you. You got to keep looking backwards. But when I moved it with mine, I could move two at a time because I had one on the front and one on the back. I'd take the loader and move one over to position where I could back up into it after I got the next one up with the loader. So it made it twice as efficient and easier to handle being with it in front of you, working with a loader and all. So that's one benefit. Like I said, when you bind something like that, really take time to decide exactly what you're going to be doing with it or what you think you'll be doing with it. So, like I said, I got that size for us, doing things on the homestead and all that kind of stuff. It seemed to be a really good size for what we had planned because, like I said, he's got the two bigger tractors for the other stuff. I've got the bigger tractor, that Massey Ferguson, to pull like my hay mower and my hay baler and stuff like that with it. So it really wouldn't be as beneficial for me to have bought another big tractor. Then we'd all be in the same boat. So implements can be the same way. Like I said, a 7 or 10 foot bush hog is a lot faster than a 4 foot bush hog, but you can take that little 4 foot bush hog in a lot more places than you can that 10 foot. And that goes with everything. Like my box blade, I mean, you can get them 5, 6, 7, I don't know, 7. I know you get 5, 6 foot, probably 7 or 8 or something. They're going to have something bigger for bigger tractors and stuff, but I got the 4 foot. One thing, it was cheaper. I may have got the 5 foot, but I just got the 4 foot because it was a lot cheaper. So, but the 4 foot, I can put it in a lot tighter places. Like if I'm going to grade out the inside of a, shed, dirt floor and all that kind of stuff, I can fit, in there a lot easier than I can with a 6 foot. Same way if you're making trails through the woods or something like that, if it's a, tight path or whatever, then, I can fit that in a lot of places that I couldn't fit the other. Basically, whatever size tractor you got, it's no need to get an implement that is smaller, meaning if you got a wide tractor, it's this wide, then putting that little 4 foot behind you is not even going to cover the tractor track. So you want to come out even with your tires, but you can go out wider. That's fine if you're in an open area, but if you're going to think you're going to be around, something that's harder to maneuver around, you want to stay about the same width as the outside of your tire. You don't really want to go wider than that because then it's harder to maneuver around. So hopefully you get the gist of what I'm getting at there. It's a good idea to have your equipment, match up with each other, not too big or not too small. You can use it too big, if you're in a open area. If you're doing nothing but bush hog in an open field that's growed up, you could slap a 10-foot bush hog behind your tractor as long as it will pull it. Or if you're going to be, going around things, around trees or around sheds or, things like that, not so open, maybe you want to cut it back to a 5 foot or, 6 foot, depending on exactly how tight of quarters you're in. So I just want to, try to get you to understand or think about, it's bigger is always better, how that is. But if it's too big and it can't do all the projects that you have or may have in the future, you still, kind of shot yourself in the foot. So think about that if you're looking to buy tractors or equipment. Make sure you get one big enough to do the job you need to do, but, not overkill, maybe. So, yeah. Also, bigger tractors cost more, parts cost more, tires cost more, and it burns more fuel. So maybe that's something to consider as well. Anyway, I guess that's all I got for this one. Stay prayed up, prepped up, and strapped up. See ya.